Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm gonna do this look for you. I wanted to do like a shimmery, bronzy kind of brown look. I feel like I've kind of done a lot of these lately, but I've just been really liking this kind of look. I wanted to do some soap brows today. I just got my brows tinted yesterday, so they're like extra dark, which I love. So it was super easy to do my soap brows today, which I'm kind of living for. And then I also got this shadow from Urban Decay's new Moondust collection. It's called Lithium Moondust eyeshadow. It's so pretty. It's like a beautiful taupe brown crazy shimmer. So I really wanted to use that today. And yeah, this is the look I came up with. I kind of really like it. Hope you guys like it too. If you're new, please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. And yeah, that's kind of it. The eyeshadow portion will just be a talk through because I was trying to get it done a little quicker because I'm running late for work. But the end, my base and everything I did talk through. And yeah, that is kind of it. Thank you again for watching. And if you want to see how I got the look, then let's just get right into it. All right, I am starting out by using my PEARS soap and running some setting spray in there and just this little spoolie and brushing up my brows. I've just been really liking doing this lately. I've gotten my brows tinted a lot lately, so I feel like I can do this and it looks so much better than when my brows were just natural and like super light. So I'll just press them up and then I'll press them with my finger and then just make sure they're like the style and they're all sitting the way I want to. I'm then using my ABH eye primer and using this to kind of carve out under the brow. I like doing this when I do the soap brows, maybe not all the time, but most of the time when I do the soap brows, I like to carve out under my brow because then you get that kind of like perfect mix of it is like looking more naturalish because they're just brushed up, but also you get the definition from carving out underneath them. So I really like that dynamic. For eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this palette. This is the NYX Ultimate Utopia palette. This is such a beautiful palette, especially for fall. And I'm taking this light kind of cream shade in the top, and I'm going to use that just to set under the brow area, which I find just helps like your crease shades blend better. And then taking this nice light warm brown, and I am going to fluff that in the crease all the way across and just kind of build that up until it is as intense as I want it to be. And then I'm going to go into the next warm brown in that same row. And with a smaller brush, I'm just going to fluff it in the crease, just a little deeper in the crease than that last color, and make sure that they're blending really well into each other. And then we're going to go in with this deep warm brown shade, which is again in the same row, and using a flat brush, I'm going to start by packing this all over my lid, just getting that color intense all the way across. And then I'm going to go in with a blender brush, the same one I used for the color I used before, and just grab some more of that dark shade and make sure it is blending out into those lighter, warmer browns really well. So just kind of blending them and softening them together. I'm then going to go in with this really deep color in the palette. It's technically probably like a deep purple, but it's not like purple enough that you could tell when you're using it with like these browns. So it just kind of ends up looking like a nice deep cool brown. And I'm just packing that in the outer corner and making sure again that it is blended into all the other shades. And this is just adding some depth for us. I'm then going to go in with my Peaches and Cream glitter base, put that all over my lid before I put this Urban Decay shadow on top. I believe the shade is Lithium, I'm pretty sure, but if it's not, I'll have it down below in the description box. It's this beautiful Moondust shadow. I love this color. I started off on the other eye when I first did the look by patting it on with a brush, but as you can see, when you do it with a brush, you get more of like this just like soft sparkle, which is nice if you want something softer. But I think we all know I don't like things to be soft, especially shimmer. So I put a layer of it on. I then reapplied just a tiny bit of the glitter base and then applied another layer of this color with my finger. And as you can see, with the finger, you get maximum color payoff, really shimmery, really metallic. So if you want it softer, use brush. If you want it more intense, I would definitely recommend going in with your finger. And I'm going to take my NABLA CUPIDS Aero pencil. This is number 2, I believe. It's the brown one. And applying that on my waterline. And then I'm also going to buff it out with this brush just to kind of blend it down a little bit. And then I will go in right here and set it with the dark brown shadow that we used on the top, that we used all over the lid, and kind of blend that all the way across. And then once that's blended on there, I went in with the lightest crease shade we used with that same brush and blended that underneath just so it looked a little bit like faded and blended. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of the glitter base on the inner half of my lower lash line and just dab that in. And then I'm going to dab right on top of that same Urban Decay shadow just to bring that shimmer to the bottom. I tend to like to do this lately. I do this a lot. I just like when my shimmer that's on the top kind of pulls down to the bottom, and it creates this just really cohesive kind of shimmery whole vibe. I don't know. I like it. I'm using this Wet n Wild highlighter in the shade Illuminaughty and putting that as my inner corner highlight. And then I'm just going to throw in some mascara. And for lashes, I'm using the MILF lashes from Lilly Lashes. All right, so there are the eyes done. I did also actually fill in my brows. I had the soap brows, obviously, and then I just took a little bit of this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Powder Duo, and I just put that like along the bottom and then kind of like blended it up, but didn't put anything above so I could keep that like hairy look to my brows. Okay, so today for skin, we're using something a little different, trying something new. I already have on my Exuviant Glycolic Perfecting Moisturizer. And now I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint. It says sheer to medium coverage. I've used this once so far. And I definitely feel like it's closer to medium actually. And I felt like it would be very sheer, but yeah, when I used it for the first time the other day, I was like, that's kind of more medium than sheer. But I don't know, I'm using a Morphe M439. That's how I put on the first time. This is the shade Hint of Beige. And as you can see, as I'm blending this in, it definitely does like cover actually pretty well. Like as I'm blending it in, I have this big old pimple in my chin and it's almost completely covered it. It's definitely not full coverage, but as you can see, as I'm blending it in, it really like perfects and gives a pretty decent coverage. I'm sure using a brush like this has something to do with that. I think if you used a sponge with this, you get less coverage, but see how that actually like really evened me out for being a product with like, that's supposed to be just like a hint of coverage. So yeah, I actually really like this so far. It's definitely not like mask proof, you know, like at work, I work at Ulta, I have to wear a mask all day long. And when I wore this the other day for the first time, like it definitely wiped off where my mask was kind of rubbing on my face the whole day. But other than that, it looked really nice all day. So there it is, one light layer, and that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use this here. This is the Beauty Blender Bounce Concealer. This concealer is thick. It is thick and intense, so be careful. I also got this color, and I definitely should have gotten a darker one, but it was like right when Sephora reopened, I was on vacation, and we went to like this Sephora. And of course you can't like touch anything right now, so I was just like looking at the outside, and the lighting in there was like throwing me off. I don't know, and I got this one. It was like one of the neutral undertone ones. This is 1.4N, which is neutral. And I definitely should not have gotten this light of a color, but again, I couldn't tell in store. Like, I don't know, they looked darker in store than it ended up being, so just keep that in mind. So I honestly feel like I can't wear this too much right now because I am a bit more tan than usual right now, which is still not very tan, but just more than usual. And this is like super white. So I have to like, I feel like I have to blend a lot to get this to work. Yeah. Also, I've used this as an eye base. No, my eyeshadow was really creased up the other day when I used this as an eye base. So I would not recommend that at all. And then of course I'm gonna set my under eye with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. And then to go over the rest of my face, I'm gonna use my Sephora Micro Smooth Face Powder in the shade 25 Medium. And for this, I like to use a synthetic brush. This is a Peaches and Cream PCO5. So as you can see, like after concealer and powder, that Morphe skin tint looks like any other full coverage foundation I might have put on. So that's pretty nice. You could definitely tone, I think, the coverage down by using a lighter concealer, like more lightweight concealer, using a translucent powder instead of one that has coverage, you know, all that stuff. But I like a really nice medium. That's what I'm always going for. When I'm doing my base is I'm shooting for like a really nice medium coverage. So I like using it in conjunction with like more full coverage concealer and all that jazz, so you kind of get in that cute little medium spot. For bronzer, I'm gonna use my Revlon Skin Like bronzer today. Love her. Number 115 is the one I'm using today. And we're just going to throw that on everywhere to get some color going in my skin here. For blush today, I am bringing back one that I really love, that I hadn't used in a while, and I did some makeup reorganizing and kind of fell back in love with it. It's MAC Mineralized Blush in the shade Humor Me. It just looks like a brown, but it's the most perfect rosy neutral brown kind of color that is just so pretty. It goes with pretty much any eye look. I could basically wear this blush and it would work. And also very fall. I've been doing, I feel like a lot more looks like this lately, like smoky, warmer tones, or like just deeper smoky tones, because I'm like very ready for fall makeup. And so, yeah, I'm glad I whipped this out because this is like the perfect everyday blush for fall. You would not be disappointed with this. It's so pretty. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna use today. And see how that just gives you like, it looks like real color. It doesn't look like blush or like artificial. It just looks like real kind of, I don't know. I like it though. And then for my highlight today, I'm using my current favorite highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Fantasy Maker collection highlight in the shade Illuminaughty. And I got this a couple months back at Walmart. I'm sure they don't have this anymore, but this highlight is like the best highlight ever. Just look at this. It is like so much like wet, like a wet look highlight. Very wet look, which I really like in a highlight. It's got no shimmer, like chunkiness to it. It's just straight like smooth, metallic, super metallic kind of color. So kind of living for this. All right, and now we're just going to finish up this look with a lip. I've been really liking this, using this lip liner a lot lately. The ALAMAR Cosmetics Dulce lip liner. So I'm gonna put this on. Okay, lip liner is on. I'm gonna go in with Morphe Boy Toy lipstick just to lighten the center a little bit. But then I'm also gonna use a gloss, and this is a newer one from L'Oreal that like we just got at Ulta. It's in the Gold Mirage collection. It's called Crushed Quartz Lip Gloss. And I'm gonna zoom in real quick so you can see this. All right, so I've zoomed in and the lighting's a little lower, but do you see how fucking beautiful this is? It's so stunning, this gloss. Like I kind of can't get over how pretty it is. And I'm not really a lip gloss person, but this is so pretty. It's not sticky. It's more of like a slippery feeling kind of lip gloss. Again, no stick to it, but it's just so pretty. The only thing I hate about this is I feel like L'Oreal scents a lot of their stuff like rose, and they went overboard with the rose, okay? And this, because it feels like I'm putting perfume on my lips. That's the only thing about it, which kind of sucks because my mouth tastes like I sprayed rose perfume in my mouth right now. But I think it's kind of worth it because I think it's really cute. All right, guys, and here is the final look. I hope you liked it. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. As always, please subscribe if you are new. I'd appreciate it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.